And here we go. What up, YouTube? JTISREBORN here. I'm currently in my theater parking lot, about to go into the theater to go see Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, man. I can't wait for this movie. Even though I got a Superman shirt on, because I don't have any Wonder Woman shirts, but I will plan on getting one day. Really looking forward to this movie. I like Patty Jenkins' other movie, Monster. Gal Gadot was actually really good as Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman. And Chris Pine is a really great actor, and I really enjoy his Captain Kirk. This movie has a lot going for it. I really can't fucking wait. I've been waiting years to see a Wonder Woman movie. It's about time we're getting one. And yeah, as far as the other DC movies go, I already reviewed Man of Steel, and I really enjoyed that movie. Batman vs. Superman, I saw that a few times in theaters. Same with Suicide Squad. I like Batman vs. Superman. It's not as much as Man of Steel, and Suicide Squad's behind that even. But I think this is going to be the movie that is universally loved. So, hopefully it's really good, and I think it's going to be. So, I'll let you know what I think when it's done. Peace out. Okay, and here we go. Hey everybody, JTISREBORN here, and as you can tell, it's late at night now, and I just got out of seeing Wonder Woman. I'm here to give my thoughts on it. What do I think of the movie? It's really good. It's actually pretty wonderful. It's a very touching movie. It's got great action, great performances all around. The movie, in terms of tone, I kind of describe it as Batman Begins meets Christopher Reeve's Superman with some Zack Snyder-y type action sequences. Let me tell you, like, the No Man's Land action sequence, incredible. Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, fantastic. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, she is Wonder Woman. She's just... What I love about this character is that she's somebody who wants to be a hero because she wants to do the right thing, but, like, she's inspiring. You know, that's a thing that I haven't really seen in a hero. Well, I mean, I've seen heroes that are inspiring, but, like, this is somebody, like, from the moment she's born, she wants to be a hero. A lot of heroes come into, like develop into heroes, like, via service actors. No, she wants to go out, she wants to fight, she wants to be a warrior. She is magnificent. I absolutely love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I fucking love Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. The two of them have amazing chemistry. Another thing that's great is in this movie, we do get, like, to experience a bit of the history of the DC universe told via the gods and that, like Zeus created man and stuff. We learn a little bit about Ares. We learn about Themyscira, how it's kept for mankind and all that. And we get to see the really dark side of World War I. I'm really happy that they decided to choose World War I instead of World War II, because let's be real here, World War II has been done to death, and they did it in Captain America, so there's no need to do it here. And, like, this is so much, I guess, I mean, all war is dark, but, like, this is, like, you know, people are fucking gassing each other. This is, like, the trench warfare. There's not too many tanks and stuff. It's kind of, like, all done in the trenches. And the moment that Diana steps out, like, she's someone who's grown up in, like, a peaceful place, you know? She's all about love and compassion. And then when she's just thrust into the heart of, like, one of the cruelest wars that have ever existed, it's a lot. You feel really bad for her that she has to see this, that she sees the darkness, and it just, like, it really, like, I mean, the emotions are there. Like, you feel so bad for her because you're like, oh, you're super good idealistic lifestyle. Please, I wish you were true, but in reality it's not. And, like, she has to, like, understand that over the course of the film, but still, like, maintain, you know, who she is as a person, and it's wonderful. Wonder Woman is a wonderful movie. Her and Chris Pine have incredible chemistry together. They learn a lot from each other, and yeah, what else do I say? Amazing action sequences. God, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Complaints. I guess my only complaint really is kind of like the third act final battle. It's not as impressive as the No Man's Land sequence, and the truth be told, I don't know if any other DC movie is going to top, like, the final battle in Man of Steel. I mean, granted, this movie has amazing action sequences. Like, that whole No Man's Land sequence was incredible. Seeing the Amazons fight, it's great. They're doing all sorts of flips and shit. They're shooting bow and arrows. Diana's learning the cruelness of mankind, you know, when, you know, the Germans are invading, like, the land. She watches as people she's known and cared for God knows how long, like, start to pass. It's really amazing to see. And the bad guys in this movie, I guess I'll talk about them. So I apologize for being kind of scattered, though, because I mean, when it's the movie I like, I mean, I'm kind of just like trying to think, what else do I say? I don't really have too many complaints about it. I guess just the third act and kind of how Ares is in the movie. Ares, I kind of expected a bit more. I mean, he has a presence throughout it when you find out more about him, but like, he's not like the strongest villain, I'd say. But I mean, this movie is, it's not necessarily about that. It's about like telling the origin of Wonder Woman, who she is as a character, and why she is who she is. This movie is definitely plays it a bit safer than a lot of the other DC movies. It doesn't go as elaborate as Man of Steel or like as different as BVS or as whatever the hell Suicide Squad was. But that's not the point. It's a movie that needed to kind of play it safe, and it's good. It's really good. The tone of this movie, you know, if I had to compare this movie to anything, I'd say it's definitely inspired by the Richard Donner Superman movies. Like, there's a lot of like homages to that movie, especially with the scene where they're in the alley and she's like, you know, the bullet she's gotten. I'm like, that's straight out of the first Superman movie where Superman catches the bullet and stuff, and it's it's really it's really cool to see that like that's pretty much like the biggest inspiration, like that, and a bit of Batman Begins going into our origin story, showing why she is the way she is, and Zack Snyder action sequences. If you put all that together, you will get Wonder Woman, and it's a really good time. The humor is strong and on point. The chemistry between the two leads is fantastic. I really like these two people. I would just like to see them just talk and converse like the whole movie. And that's the thing about this movie too. It's not like they're forcing action sequences either. It's all about the characters and building that up, and then the action sequences come, and it's, you know, it's earned. You know, the action sequences come after the characterization. And you know what? I had a really good time with it. If I had to rate it amongst the DC movies, well, there's elements I like about some of the other ones more. Like this one, I think the first two acts of this movie are really strong. Third act is good too, but like the final like battle with like Wonder Woman and Ares, it's cool, but it's not really like as epic as like I guess the Doomsday fight at the end of Batman versus Superman, or the the final battle of Man of Steel still tops anything in the other DC movies. I think. I mean, a lot of people I know don't really necessarily like Man of Steel. Some people like think it's amazing. Some people don't. But I still think that final action sequence in Man of Steel is the most impressive final battle in any like comic book movie. But this movie, the characters are all likable. The villains, Dr. Poison's okay, but she's kind of creepy looking. The main general dude he's pretty good too. Nothing like amazing in that, but like I said, like the villains in that have kind of been weak in most comic book movies for a while now. I'm still waiting on the next big bad. I mean, we haven't had a really good villain, I guess, since General Zod in Man of Steel. Like, after that, like, name someone, like, right now, who's really, like, done anything, like, great in terms of villain performances. You really can. It's kind of a shame. So, I hope that in Justice League we get a stronger villain, but, like, I mean, that's more of a minor complaint. I would have liked that more, but, you know what? For what I got, I really enjoyed the movie. I think this is a great movie. And the thing is, it's really standalone. It's a standalone movie. It doesn't really necessarily tie too much into the other DC movies. Like, there's a bit in the beginning, a bit at the end. There's no mid credits or post credit sequences at all. It's standalone, and I think I gotta respect that. I would have liked to have seen like a mid credit scene or something leading into Justice League, but you don't need it for this movie. And come to tell you the truth, it is kind of refreshing too. I haven't really like seen that in a superhero movie in a while, because like a lot of superhero movies are now all about setting things up for the next movie, but this one's standalone, and you don't need to see any other DC movies to understand this. I mean, you don't need to see Man of Steel, you don't need to see Batman vs Superman, you don't need to see See, I can't even talk right now. You don't need to see Suicide Squad to like understand what happens in this movie. I mean, granted, there's like one tie-in to the other movies, but like I said, I mean, this movie you don't need to see any others. So yeah, any other things I gotta say? Action sequence is great, musical score is cool, the Wonder Woman theme is in the movie. Yeah, just a really likable movie, and Diana is a really likable character, and you don't like to see her like, she's just so idealistic and likable. It's like the most likable hero, I guess, since Christopher Reeve's Superman, although Wonder Woman does, like, she's fucking badass, like cutting people down and stuff. Whereas Superman in the Christopher Reeve movies didn't do that, although he did kill General Zod. But like, it's nice to see such a great hero like who just can't stand by and watch all these horrible things happen to people. It's truly terrific and inspiring. I think little girls are going to be inspired by this movie. I think it's going to do wonders. I think Patty Jenkins and them are all going to have career boosts seen from this movie. And I think this movie might end up being the top movie of the summer in terms of box office. So, yeah, I had a really good time with it. Great action sequences, great music, great cast, great all around. Good storytelling, good writing. Third act's a bit weak with, like, Ares and that. Like, but, you know, I think most final battles they're just not gonna like hold a candle to what's at the end of Man of Steel in terms of like epic action sequences and that. But from what I had, it's a pretty good. There's some emotional moments. You're just like, oh god, you feel devastated in some areas, and you know what? I had a great time with it. So, yep, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Go check out Wonder Woman.